Department. This is the Pride of the East Side, ladder 31.
Daniel Trees with Lexus Fire Department. This is our engine 200.
I'm Kevin Bailey with North 321 Fire Department. This is our engine 101 at 1,000 gallons of water. My name is Garland Gilbert. I'm with Powers Creek Fire Department. Been with the department for 39 years, and this is our Rescue 50.
Kevin Raby.
I'm Adam Gates, and we're from Pumpkin Center Fire Department, and this is engine 110, Babe the Big Blue Ox.
My name is Matt Goodman. I work for Denver Fire Department. This is our rescue truck. We call it Rescue 10. And we pretty much got every tool you can imagine that you'll ever need for a rescue call or emergency call.
I'm Shane. This is Jim. This is Marcus. This is engine 1 from Lincoln Fire Department.
I'm Isaiah with the South Fork Fire Department, and this is Tanker 73.
Daniel Breland, Lieutenant with Union Volunteer Fire Department. This is firefighter Doug Gilliam. We brought engine 61 out today. It holds 1,250 gallons of water. And it's a fire engine we take on every fire call.
Hey, my name's Dave Zemore. I'm a fireman with the Krause Fire Department. This here is engine 82. This is our first out engine.
My name is Garrett Gilbert. I'm with Northbrook Volunteer Fire Department, and this is engine 20. This is our first out engine on all structure fires and all vehicle wrecks.
I'm Paula Williams. This is Lauren Dittmer with Lincoln County EMS. And this is our stretcher that we can automatically load now. So this is the back of our ambulance and our stretcher where we transport all of our patients. It's just like a bed except for it has wheels. And while they're on this stretcher, we can do all of the care that they need. This is our heart monitor. It's just like a big computer that we carry with us everywhere. And in this computer, we can turn it on, and we have a bunch of different things that come with it. We have our electrodes, so we can hook them up, and it's just stickers that we stick on you so we can see your heart. We have our pulse ox that hooks on, and it goes on your finger, just like a paper clip would. And that tells us your heart rate and your oxygen level. And we also have our blood pressure cuff. Our blood pressure cuff, just like the one that your doctor uses when you go for your checkup every single year, except for ours does it automatically. And we put this on our arm, just like this, and when we hit the button and plug it into our computer, it gets tight and gives your arm a big hug. Doesn't hurt, just gives your arm a hug so that we can check it and make sure your blood pressure's good. Take all of this off, and the next thing that we have is we have our book bag, just like you have a book bag at school. But our book bag has a bunch of different equipment in it. It has orange packs that have fluids in it so we can give somebody water through their veins if they're dehydrated. It has things to help people breathe. It has different medications that we can give depending on what's wrong with the people. This is all of our medications. And then we have our airway stuff. And airway is the same as breathing. So these are different tools that we can use to help somebody if they're not breathing good enough or not breathing at all, in order to make sure that they stay alive and everything on them is good. And if they're not breathing good, then we can hook them up to our oxygen tank. Our oxygen tank's right down here. And we just take a piece of plastic, a tube, and we hook it to our oxygen tank, and then it goes over their nose and around their ears, and that way we can give them oxygen straight into their nose and they can breathe a whole lot better. We also have a bunch of other things that we can do in case you need it. We have things that we can give you all your different medicines from, your IV catheters, and we can hang bags of fluids, like we said, if you're dehydrated. We have stuff in all of our cabinets. Our cabinets, that up there is all your airway stuff. That way we can manage your breathing in your airway. Down below that, we have all of our radios. That way we can talk to anybody that we need to talk to in the county, and we can also tell the hospital that they're coming. Different cabinets have different stuff. This cabinet has all your stuff in case you have an injury. So if you break your arm or your leg or have a big cut, then we can take care of all of that with this cabinet. We also have some stuff underneath here for your breaks and bones. We have splints, that way we can make sure everything stays still and we don't move it or hurt you any worse in moving. Just like in your car, we have seat belts, so if you ever have to come ride with us, we'll make sure you're buckled in, and we have a bunch of different seat belts. These strap over top of your shoulders And then we have the ones that go across your legs and your waist. That way we can make sure that you're perfectly safe while you're with us.
I'm Engineer Jenkins with the Lincoln Fire Department. This is Firefighter Shoemaker with the Lincoln Fire Department. We're going to do a firefighter dress out for you today. We'll just kind of go over our equipment a little bit, but before we do that, I would like to ask you, is Firefighter Shoemaker or myself, do we look scary right now? No? Okay, good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting our pants on first. You'll notice that we have these fancy boots that have zippers on the side because none of us can tie our shoes anymore. So we're going to take our boots off first, and we'll start by putting our pants on. All right, good. Marcus is a little bit slower than I am, so we'll work on his pace. So the next piece of equipment that we'll put on, you'll see Marcus actually already has his radio on, but I'll put mine on next. This is what we use to communicate on an incident. Next thing we're going to follow by is our hood. Still not scary, right? We're still Jim, we're still Marcus. So the next thing we're going to put on is going to be our coat. Just like your winter coat whenever you're going skiing or hiking in the mountains or even outside snow tubing. Pull our radio mic out so we can still communicate. Still not scary, still Jim, still Marcus. The next thing we're going to put on is going to be our air pack. Whenever we turn these on, you're going to hear a few noises and a few chirps. It's nothing to be afraid of. Alright, so you heard those beeps. Next thing we're going to do is we'll start by putting our mask on. This is where it's going to start looking a little different. We're still Jim and we're still Marcus. We're going to put our hoods back on. This is to protect our ears and our head. After that, we'll put our helmets on, protect us from falling debris. Next to last piece is going to be our gloves. We're still not scary, we're still Jim, we're still Marcus. Whenever Marcus gets his gloves on, we'll hook up and let you hear what it sounds like when we breathe our air. So we're still the same people, we've just got a lot more clothing on. If you ever are trapped in a fire and we're coming to save you, this is what we're going to look like and this is what we're going to sound like. So it's not to be afraid. Marcus is going to stand still. Marcus is going to stand still and we're going to let his pass device go off so you guys can hear the noise that we would hear if we were a down fireman. So you'll hear the noise progressively get louder and louder. That's the noise you're going to hear if you have a down firefighter, but we're coming to get you, so we're not going to be down, but we just wanted to let you guys hear that noise. I hope you guys have a good and safe day.